Hello, Chris Levels here again, and have to say, my, times surely are getting interesting, aren't they? I am getting ready to record this on, let's see, August 26th of 2017. This is going to be part 5 in the series, The Red Horse of the Apocalypse, which I believe, and many others believe, to be communism. And it's kind of hard to dispute that when you look around today at what's going on in America. We've had the Charlottesville fiasco, people trying to make a martyr out of this woman that got run over while she was trying to beat on a car with a bat. But that's for another discussion, I suppose. But I'm not sure that a lot of you are aware that in October of 2017 will be the 100th revolution or anniversary of the October Revolution that took place in the Soviet Union, led by Lenin and a bunch of other criminals. So, just wanted to bring that to mind in light of everything that's happening today to keep things in perspective. The cultural Marxists have been on the long march through the institutions and pretty much subverted all the ones that mean anything. There was 5 pillars that they taught through the Frankfurt School, Mancuso and Antonio Gramsci and all of that. You can look up the Frankfurt School on your own and see what they were about. But they have been very successful. And, a lot of talk, contemporary talk, is about Saul Alinsky. But he came from out of that genre, I guess you could say. Those his mentors were the people that started the Frankfurt School, not to mention Cloward and Piven strategy. Also, all these things are coming to fruition right now, and that's what our president, Donald Trump, is having to battle, because all these people that they've instituted within the government, or what we call the deep state, but before that there was the shadow government, which is actually what is really running everything. The shadow government, the deep state, works within it. And Donald Trump, I have to give him a lot of credit, because just the level of evil, when the Bible talks about spiritual wickedness and in high places, this is for real, folks. And you need to be praying for this man and his family, and that it would be continued exposure of evil as we've never seen. We're finally being able to see the naked lawlessness that has been occurring in DC for decades, and has led us to this point where they just don't care. You got some nut like Pelosi talking about you can't scream wolf in a theater. That's a new one. I didn't know that. Maxine Waters needs to be on her meds, because she certainly seems to be off of them these days. And yet she's drawing crowds where people are cheering for her. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Anyway, this was supposed to be just an introduction, but let me get into the 5th part of this series. We're going to be talking about dictatorship within the Communist Party and within communist countries, and how it works. So, God bless you. I love you. Please, please take the time to study your word, be in prayer, and be used of God any and every time that he asks you to. Have an answer ready for every man and woman that comes across your path. So, see you next time. Bye-bye. The objective of the Communist War is to establish the dictatorship of the proletariat. Karl Marx stated, "Between capitalist and communist society lies the period of the revolutionary transformation of the one, meaning capitalism, into the other, communism." There corresponds to this also a political transition period in which the state can be nothing but the revolutionary dictatorship of the proletariat. Lenin described the dictatorship of the proletariat in these words: "The dictatorship of the proletariat is a persistent struggle, bloody and bloodless, violent and peaceful, military and economic, educational and administrative, against the forces of the old society. The force of habit of millions and tens of millions is a most terrible force. Without an iron party tempered in the struggle, without a party enjoying the confidence of all that is honest in the given class, without a party capable of watching and influencing the mood of the masses, it is impossible to conduct such a struggle successfully. Whoever weakens ever so little the iron discipline of the party of the proletariat actually aids the bourgeoisie against the proletariat." Lenin defined the dictatorship of the proletariat as the rule unrestricted by law and based on force of the proletariat over the bourgeoisie, a rule enjoying the sympathy and support of the laboring and exploited masses. Since the dictatorship is based on force and unrestricted by law, individuals have no civil rights. The government is unrestricted by constitution or the rule of law. This is naked tyranny.
Amnesty International has reported year after year that more people are executed in China than in any other country. The Chinese government itself reports over 1,000 executions each year. But Amnesty International and other human rights organizations believe the number to be several thousand more. China is not a nation ruled by law. It is a country controlled by men who happen to belong to the Chinese Communist Party, a group whose legitimacy to rule is being questioned by more and more people inside China every day. The need to keep people fearful of their power has been a constant in China since 1949. One of the ways this has been done is by conducting mass public executions. Christmas in 1995.
The so-called People's Republic of China adopted a new constitution in the 70s. This constitution states, "The People's Republic of China is a socialist state of the dictatorship of the proletariat, led by the working class and based on the alliance of workers and peasants. The evidence is overwhelming that communism both preaches and practices brutal, lawless dictatorship. This dictatorship professes to be the entire working class over the residual business class. However, history has proven it is a dictatorship of a handful of men that kill all opposition to their rule. As Trotsky said, in practice, the Communist Party dictates to the proletariat. The Central Committee dictates to the Communist Party. The Politburo dictates to the Central Committee, and the Secretary dictates to the Politburo. In reality, 1. Secretary, 2. Politburo, 3. Central Committee, 4. Communist Party, 5. Proletariat. The people, otherwise known as the masses, are on the bottom, not the top, as the communist leadership would have you to believe. And that's going to do it for part 5, Dictatorship. The next one we will cover will be Monopoly. So I hope you will tune in. I hope you will subscribe to my YouTube channel, Politics Prophecy, one word. And I hope your day finds you blessed, anointed, and ready to fight the evils of communism and socialism that are rearing its head in our country today and trying to overthrow every and anything that has ever been good. So let's stop them from replacing statues that actually have American history with their communist heroes and turning our country into a communist hellhole. God bless you. Bye-bye.